will go ahead and get started. And we'll start out today seated, feet together, knees wide, opening up through that groin. Inhale to get even taller, exhale to fold over those legs. Let your head just drop. Maybe give that head a little shake. And then lift yourself up. We'll extend the legs forward. You can keep the knees bent, folding forward, letting the head relax, keeping the spine long. And again, if you want to move that head around, move it around. And then bringing yourself up, we'll take the right leg over to the right, bend the left knee, and then take a side stretch towards that right leg. Reaching the arm overhead, and then taking the arm and letting it rest on your low back, or it can wiggle to the other hip crease. And start to just turn to look up to that top shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then bring that back hand, that left hand to the mat. Lift yourself up for a modified side plank. Just opening yourself, and then come on back down. Another side. Left leg goes long, right foot snuggles in. We'll stretch towards that left leg. Taking a moment to really reach that top hand out, out, out. And then swim that hand back, let it rest sacrum or hip crease. Maybe turn to look up, full breath in, full breath out. And then bringing that back hand behind you, lifting up, finding that mod side plank, extending, extending, extending. And then coming on back down. We'll take it to tabletop, hands and knees, and just start to circle the body in any direction you want to. And then take it the other way. And then just finding a little bit of that bird dog stability. Stack the shoulders over the wrist, knees under the hips, right arm forward, left leg back. Get really long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Before we do that again, arm to the right, leg to the left. Pause, pause, pause. Use your obliques, take it back to center. Again, elbow to knee underneath you. Inhale, stretch long. Open out to the sides of the body. Really squeeze that left waist. Come back to center one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale for the hard part here, that lateral movement. Inhale back to center. And then all four limbs back down. Once again, circling the body. If you prefer to cat-cow right now, or stretch your wrists or your ankles, go for it. Since this is barre, there's no yoga, we won't be on the hands too much, except in planks and side planks. Coming back to tabletop. Left arm is your forward arm, right leg is your back leg. Take an inhale, get longer. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, forward and back. Exhale, find that lateral out to the sides as far as you can go. Inhale, back to center. Two more. So really starting to feel the obliques. As always in our barre, we'll be working the legs and the core primarily, doing a little bit of upper body as well. So finding the core, finding the legs. Right now, last time. Coming back to center. And then just a quick child's pose, hips to heels. Extend the arms forward, drop the forehead down. Walk the hands over to the right. Finding a little bit of a twist. And then walk the hands over to the left. And then coming back to center, find a little stretch here. We'll come up to a seat, stretching the hips because we will be doing some mini glute band work. Figure four in a seat. So sitting up tall, hands behind you, fingers turned wherever. Right foot over left thigh. Really open that right knee out. Remember that the wider the space between your left butt cheek and left heel, kind of the easier this is. If you don't feel enough stretch in the right side, scoot your left hip forward. And finding your breath here, feel free to mobilize the shape, side to side, forward and back. And then if you scooted forward, scooch on back so you have space to switch your legs, come off your hands if you want to. Figure four, second side. Again, see how this feels, keeping that left knee really open, thinking about that thigh knee rotating down and back, and then feel free to close the gap if you need more. If you don't, you keep your right leg where it was. And again, you can mobilize this. Shift it, shake it, rattle it, roll it. And then come on back. Shaking both legs out. One more forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding over those legs. Maybe your hamstrings feel a little more open than the first time we did this. Bringing yourself up, we'll come into a twist. Right hand can hold anywhere on the outside of the left leg. The closer to your hip, the easier it is. So find a grip that works for you. Left hand comes behind your back and you lift that left leg up. It could be a slightly bent knee. We're trying to go for straight. And if the foot is too far, you're holding the calf or the thigh. Start to turn over the left shoulder. If it feels okay, you can lift the left arm up. But watch that you're not leaning back. You're incredibly upright. You're twisting from the mid-back, from the ribs. And then coming to center. Pause here for a moment. Again, pulling the leg wherever it makes sense for your body. Inhale, sit taller, bring the leg closer. So I'm really trying to just bring my thigh closer to my belly and ribs. One more like that. Inhale, lift the leg a little bit higher. And then gently let it go. Before the other side, hands behind you. We'll try reverse plank with the legs straight. Pushing the hands, start to lift the hips. See if you can drop the feet down, open the chest. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, come on down. Forward fold, really this time just to grab the outside of the right leg with the left hand. Right hand behind you. Remember, this doesn't have to look exactly like me at all. We're just trying to extend the right leg as much as possible and add that seated twist. Again, if you want more, back on the lips. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to center, that hamstring stretch. Seated stretch, so there's work to be done in the abs to keep yourself upright. Your hands and arms can do a lot of work helping you to hold your leg. Take one more breath. And then let it go. Shake it on out, wiggle it on out. All right, we'll come into the band, that mini loop band. And if you don't have it, don't worry. You can do every exercise the same. This just adds a little more, that's all. We'll also grab those light weights. So coming down, working a little upper body, little glutes, hamstrings, and core. Feet are parallel, toes are forward, arms are lifted, palms face each other. We'll push into the feet, lift the hips, open the arms. So finding that little chest fly, and then we'll pulse the arms out for 3, 2, 1. Bring everything back to start. We'll do it again. Lift and open, pulse the arms, 3, 2, 1. Come back to start. We've got a few more. Lift the hips, open arms, pulse, 3, 2, 1. Come back to start. 2 more. Can you really squeeze those glutes to find that support? Can you really pull the belly button to the side to find that support? Now we'll come up, we'll stay here, we'll pulse the hips. 3, 2, 1. Back to start. First it was the arms, now it's the legs. Pulse hips. 3, 2, 1. Back to start. 3 more. Open and lift. Hips, hips, hips. Back to start. You could have a micro bend in your elbows. Watch so that your wrists haven't started to twist and turn. Last time, lift and open. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Come back to start. This time we'll lift the hips up and stay as we bend the elbows for a skull crusher for that tricep extension. We'll stay in the shape and just hold. 5, 4. Can you lift hips higher? 3, 2, 1. Straighten the arms. Drop the weights. Drop the hips. Lift everything up. Bend the elbows. Pause here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come down. Now it's 3 seconds. Lift up. Bend. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Up. Bend. 2, 1. Come down. Now we're up. 1. And down. 1. and down. If the weights are too much for you to do this safely with good form, elbows over those shoulders, then you're doing this sans weights. You've got 3 more. Feeling that booty. 2 more. Last one. All right, bring everything down. Lift the legs into tabletop. Can ditch the weights, arms by the side. Start to pull the belly button to the spine. Flex through the feet. We'll open the legs out as wide as you can go. Reach the hands towards the feet. Bring everything back to start. We've got 10. Widen lift. 9. Narrow and down. Exhale. 8. 7. 6. Push out through those heels. 5. You can always support your head with your hands if you need to. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. Pulse the legs out, out, out. And if your feet are cramping, this doesn't feel good, feel free to point the feet instead. Keep pulling the belly down. Keep pulling the spine down. Elbows are wide or arms are out. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll to either hip. I would start with the hip where you can see the camera first. Coming into clamshells, you can rest your head on your hand, head on your bicep, or if you want a little more for the obliques, you can lift up into this kind of mermaid shape. Starting with clamshells, feet together but lifted, knees together, and then you press the top knee up and bring it down. Here we go for 10. You may need to adjust the band a little higher, and if you don't have a band, you can still do the move and feel the work and the glutes and outer hips, so never despair. I know Allison is also sending a lot of mini glute bands, so if you don't have one and you haven't let her know, make sure that you reach out to her through this group or by email. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the knees open, straighten the top leg, bend the top knee. Straighten the top leg, bend the top leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Bottom foot is still elevated. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now top leg, foot is going to go behind you. Bottom leg is going to extend out. You may need to wiggle the feet a little bit. You may need to adjust your band a little bit. It's not a perfect tool. We're going to take that bottom leg, lift it up, tap it down. Lift it up, tap it down. Pushing out through that heel, we're staying steady on the side body, so the core and the obliques get to do some work here as well. We're lifting up from that inner thigh. So like we normally do on Tuesday nights, we play around in the straps and plank, and we do some side inner leg work. This is our inner leg work tonight. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold that bottom leg up, point the foot, take it forward, center, and whatever your center is, mine is at a diagonal, yours is at a diagonal too, that's great. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll finish off with the top leg. 2 legs straight. Again, if your band is causing you some trouble, feel free to adjust it. Legs are at a slight diagonal. Top leg will lift, come behind you, so really squeeze the booty, back to center and down. Lift, push back as far as you can go, center and down. Your bottom leg is on the ground, and whether it's straight or bent is up to you. Sometimes bending the bottom knee is a little more stable, so feel free to do that. Watch that your hip isn't moving. It's the leg and the hip socket. Core is tight. We're going to turn this into side plank in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming to side plank, you could choose to be on your elbow or your hand, and I'll let you decide which of those it is. Still have the loop if you had it to start with. Lift your bottom hip up. Top hand is to the ceiling or to the top hip. We're going to lower the hips down an inch, up an inch, really small, down and up for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, leave a little time under tension. Last 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips, lift that top leg as high as you can. Stay 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Come onto the belly. Keep that loop if you had it. Arms are forward at a V. Tops of the feet face the ground. Pelvis is on the ground. We'll inhale to lift everything up. Open the arms and legs as wide as you can. Come back, narrow, tap it down. Lift, wide, narrow, down. We're in for 10 total reps. Keeping the spine long. You all know the drill, but keeping that neck super long. Really pushing out against the band. If you don't have a band, you can go as wide as you want. Both the arms and the legs. Now hold yourself up, pulse out, out, out. We're pulsing out with both legs, with both arms, shoulders pulling down the back body truly activated for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back, quick child's pose. Knees narrow for this, belly to thighs, forehead drops, elbows drop, big breath in, big breath out. All right, coming on up, you can either face away from the camera on the same side of the mat that you are, or if like me, you shifted to the other side of the mat, you can face the camera and just lay the other way. Just making sure you're getting a different side for your clamshell start. Knees bent, big toes together, lift the feet up, top knee, and then take it down. So it's like the insides of your feet are glued, but the knees, that's what's come apart. Stacked hips though, hold in belly, tight center. Pressing as much as you can against the top of that band. Last 3, 2, hold the knees apart, straighten the top leg, bend the top leg. Feet come apart, feet come together. The knees have stayed as wide apart as when we stopped the clamshell action. Feet are flexed. Ooh, really finding that extension through the leg. 3 more to go. Last one. Okay, extending the legs forward. Top foot comes behind you. Again, the band, if it got really weird and wiggly, adjust it. Bottom leg is our main focus right now. We're lifting that leg up, tapping that leg down. Lifting it up, tapping it down. And again, if you get tired of flexing your foot, feel free to point it just to change things up. Lifting as high as you can without moving the rest of the body. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg up. An inch forward with the leg, back to where it started. An inch forward and back. You're really pushing against the band. Pushing against the band. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, 2 legs back on top of each other. Again, do what you need to do. My band gets super squiggly. Extend the feet, straight legs, flex feet, forward pointed feet. Top leg lifts, squeeze the butt, push it behind you without rolling back. Stay stacked, bring it center and down. Bottom bent knee might help. Here we go. Up, back, center, down. Again, you're going to your max height with the lift and the backward movement. Center of the body, so strong. Finding that breath. Last 2. Last 1. All right, coming onto your belly one more time, and then we'll take these off for the time being. Ooh, excuse me. Hamstring curls. You can rest your forehead on your top bent arm. Your arms are stacked. We'll flex the feet and lift the knees. So it's almost like we're doing a reverse push-up. We're just activating the legs. We can hover the feet off the ground from here. We'll pull in for a hamstring curl, widen the knees, come back to neutral, straighten the legs, tap the toes, okay? So a lot of really subtle movements that might be even hard to see that I'm doing on screen, but you want to feel hip distance apart with the legs, feet lift, keep a hip distance to curl, then it goes wider. It comes back to hip distance, it straightens, it taps. You're doing all of this resting your head with a tight belly so you're not crunching into your low back. Here we go. We lift, bend, widen, neutral, straighten, tap. Lift the feet, bend the knees, widen the legs, narrow the legs, straighten the legs, tap it down. You have the pattern by now, so go for it. If you mess it up, not a big deal at all. Finding this hamstring curl, a little bit of that abduction as well, working that outer line of the legs. And if your pelvis is not feeling so great here, feel free to pillow up the pelvis. Back body strong. 2 more to go, team. 1 more to go. And child's pose, but take that band off. Child's pose to stretch your back. And then figure 4 anyway. It could be half pigeon, it could be a seated figure 4. So whatever you need to just stretch those hips. Hi, Heather. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you guys. Core, core, core. Okay. Coming into more core. And coming into side plank. Oh, we missed that side plank. That was my bad. If you want to put that TheraBand back on, that loop band, I lied to you, sorry. You can put it back on, but remember you can do those X lifts inside plank without your band. So feel free to do that too. Coming back to that second side, remember you can be on your forearm or your hand. I chose forearm, but please choose hand if you want a little extra boost. Straight legs, ideally stacked feet if you can. Remember that first move, it's just an inch down and an inch up. Belly nice and tight. Top arm to the ceiling or to the hip. Let's go for 10. Let's squeeze 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up. Lift the top arm and leg up and down, up and down. And then hold, stay, push into that tension. Keep breathing. Lift the hips a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take it down. Now officially, we're out of this band. We are coming into more core work though in plank. You can choose hands, fists, or elbows for your plank. Really pushing back through those heels. We're going to turn plank on its head in a couple of different ways. So just go with me. We're coming out of that stacked bone form a few of the times just to work strength in a different way. We're going first to take the shoulders back behind the wrists. I like to shimmy my feet. You're going to stop when you feel like you've hit your edge. You might feel you've hit your edge when you're hiking your butt. We want to be in plank, lower your hips. Or if you're dipping into a back bend. It's still a plank. We just have the shoulders behind the wrist or the shoulders behind the elbows if you're in forearm plank. This is a lot of talking. I'm just trying to take up the time. You've got 5, 4, 3. Don't drop to your knees. 2, 1. Now walk your feet forward. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the shoulders past the wrist. You're almost on the tips of your toes. You're staying here again. You're not hiking your butt up. You're not drooping your hips down. Your core is tight. Your shoulders are tight. Your legs are tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to regular old plank. Should feel pretty good. From here, take the top of your right foot to the ground, top of your left foot to the ground. Again, just funky versions of plank. If you have an ankle injury and this doesn't work for you, don't do it. Keep your toes tucked. Everybody, we're thinking about lifting up and pulling in. Pushing down into the hands, spreading the shoulder blades, or pushing down into the forearms and spreading the shoulder blades. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, back to regular plank, down dog or child's pose to stretch it out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, returning to plank. This time we'll come into a little more upper body work. So coming into some reverse planks. We'll actually start on the belly. You don't have to have your elbows super close to your body like a chaturanga. You could widen your elbows and widen your hands if that's how you want to take your push-up. We're going to do the negative. Coming from the ground, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, and pushing up to plank, lowering down, pushing up to plank, lowering down. You can also do this on the knees, feet off the ground, starting down, pushing into the hands, and lifting up, okay? We have 30 seconds of this. Go at whatever speed you need. Start on your belly, tuck your toes. Think about this as core work just as much as it is arm work, shoulder work. Here we go, 30 seconds. Pushing up. The downward motion is least important for this version. It's the push up from the ground. Exhale to push up. Inhale to come down, halfway there. If your body is starting to flop, lose form, come to those knees. Starting down, pushing up. Belly is key. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose or down dog. Take a moment. Final breath. Get a quick sip of water. All right. We will return to core, but let's go ahead and stand up. Finding that object. I'm in Truve right now, so I actually have a bar, but my home doesn't have it. Make sure you have like a sturdy chair, a countertop, or like the back of the couch. All of those things can work. We'll start facing that object in a first position, heels together, toes apart. We'll begin 2 pulses in a demi-plie, 2 relevés coming off the heels, and then 1 full squat, 1 full grand plie. Quick reminder of the grand plie. You come down, knees are bent. You lift your heels when you have to drive your hips lower, but on the reverse, your heels find the ground first while your knees are bent, and then you squeeze to straighten, okay? We have a minute of this pattern. 2 demis, 2 calf raises, 2 full big squats, 2 grand plies, okay? Take it at whatever speed you want. Hopefully you're using that playlist so you have some nice beats to do this to. And here we go. Bending, straightening. Lifting, really squeezing the glutes on the releve and keeping the spine nice and tall on the ground. If you want to do this without holding on to your chair, your couch, whatever it is, your counter, feel free to do this, but you want to make sure that your spine stays long the whole time, from the demi-plies to the big grand plie. And I keep messing up the pattern, but as long as you're moving, it's all good. Working those legs, supporting yourself with your strong core, that long, long spine. Good news is we're over halfway there. Calibrating that breath. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, meet me back in first position. We're going to take that right leg, extend it out to the side. We're still facing the bar. That leg lifts and lowers. Still turn out, knee to the ceiling. Here we go for 10. Standing on your left leg, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step wide. Create that plie squat shape. Toes turn out. Knees turn out. Feet are much wider than the hips. We're going up an inch, down an inch. 30 seconds of this, then 30 seconds to pulse. If you want more, 2 ways to do more. Way number 1, no hands. Keep the spine long. Way number 2 for more. Do this in releve with your feet, okay? Set yourself up, sit the hips low, 30 seconds, inch up, inch down. Again, if you're taking either of the challenge variations, your challenge is to hold that variation for the next 15 seconds at least. Knees and toes going in the same direction, booty strong, shoulder blades relaxed, neck extended. Now we pulse. Last 30 seconds, maybe you do something different. Maybe you accept a different challenge where you're like, I really love the challenge, I accept it, I'm going to stay for the full minute. Woo, breathing into those legs, 15 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, straighten the legs, stretch it out. Maybe you want to stretch your quads. Woo, letting that go. Shaking those legs out, moving those legs around. Okay, little bit of core, little bit of legs, lots of balance. You can face either direction that you want to. The moving leg is your outside leg, the one farthest from the bar or your pseudo bar at home. We'll parallel the feet, come out of the roll to turn out, tall spine, strong core. We'll lift the outside leg forward, bend the knee, extend it back, bend the knee, okay? Keeping that spine really long the whole time, you only lean forward when the leg goes back. Cool? Okay, here we go, just 8 of these. Outside arm wherever you want. Here we go. Lift, bend, push back, bend. Again, forward, center, back, center. You have 6. Hips stay really square and level. Core is incredibly helpful here. Almost there. Last 2. Last 1. Come back to that knee underneath you and bend. Open the knee out to the side, squeeze it in. Open it out, squeeze it in. 2 ways to challenge yourself here. Hips are not moving. 1 is both arms to the ceiling. 2 is one hand to the ceiling, other heel off the ground. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't have the heel off the ground, get it off now. Knee is forward, and just take 5 seconds to balance. See what happens. Maybe you lose it, come back. Last 2, last 1. Okay, we'll open that knee out to the side. Take that same arm hand behind the head. We'll exhale, standing side crunch. Inhale to start. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7. Using that exhale to come down. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee back forward. Step that leg back. Take a moment in a nice high lunge. Maybe hands come off the bar. And pull that back leg in. Shake it out. Okay. Before we do that same sequence on the other side, grab your weights again. And if you don't have weights, grab cans. And if you don't want to use anything, that's fine. We're going to do our small movements. You get to decide whether you're in that plie squat or whether your legs are straight. It's totally up to you. Arms will extend out, palms to the ceiling. We'll come in for a bicep curl, 3, 2, 1, out, 3, 2, 1. We'll do it that slow 8 times. Then we'll come in 1, out 1, 8. And then we'll pulse it in for 8, okay? Get the legs set where you want. Palms to the ceiling, shoulders on the back. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, out, 3, 2, 1. 7 more in. And out. Watch the wrists. They are not doing anything. If you chose the squat, go deeper. 3 more, and then we're in 1, out 1. Nice and slow. Last one like this. Here we go. In for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the bend. Pulse in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it out. Decide again where your legs want to be. Arms a little bit different. We're going to bring the arms in front of us. Try to keep the elbows lifted so they're not drooping. If it gets too much, don't use your weights. As close as you can get those inner arms, get them. We're going to lift the elbows up. 3, 2, 1. Down, 3, 2, 1. Do that 8 times. Up 1, down 1, 8 times. Pulse 8 times. Same pattern, different move. Here we go. Up, 3, 2, 1. Down, 3, 2, 1. Try to get the inner arms as close as your shoulders will allow. Core is tight, even if you have straight legs. Always the helper, that core. Ooh, 4 more. Last one. And then it's 1 and 1. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're still breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release those weights. Stretch those arms out. Grab a sip of water. Shake it out. Move it around. Do what you need to do. All right, team. Let's go to the other side of the bar. I was using my outside left leg last time. Now I'll flip to the other side and use my right leg. But just make sure you're doing your second side. Reminder, it's forward leg lift, passe, back extension, passe. We just keep floating through those. Outside arm does whatever you want. Standing tall, belly tight. Here we go. Straight, bend, push back. Your standing leg, you can bend it when your other leg goes behind you or keep it straight for that nice hamstring stretch, whatever you need. Keeping the hips really square, so that's where the core work comes in as that balance element. 3 more. Last one. Coming back to center. Now we open that knee out and in, out and in. Remember, if you want to have challenge, hands can come off the bar, finding steadiness, or you can relevate. Either way, you've got 5. Hips don't move, just the leg. Last 2. Last 1, hold the knee forward. If you're not in elevate, find balance. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that heel, turn that standing leg out again. Standing hand behind the head. Exhale, crunch, inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, inhale, extend. Keep going for 8, 7, 6. Working those obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that leg back. Find square hips again. Find that lunge. Ooh, stretch it out. Okay. Shake it out. Let it go. We'll come back to the mat. Back to weights. This time, inadvertently working the core because we're doing balance. We'll bring the weights into the chest, bend the elbows. We did this move last night in yoga barre X, so if it feels familiar, that is why. Weights in the chest, sitting into that squat. Weight will be in the left foot first, right foot will just hover off the mat. We'll lift the arm straight up, push the leg out to the side, and then come back in. Ideally, you haven't touched the ground because you're standing side. Leg, core, arms are holding strong, okay? We've got 10 of these. Nice and slow. Here you go. Push up and out, pull in and down. So you get really tall and wide, and then you come back into a ball for 8, 7, 6, exhale up, 5, 4. It's okay if you lose it. 3, 2. Hold that leg out, hold the arms up, little upward pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot. Take your left arm towards that right leg we've been moving, and then lift both arms up, find a releve. Drop the heels, left arm forward, lift the heels. We've got 8, 7. You're trying your best not to swing this to find control. I find this personally really hard to do. To find that balance and releve at the top. Really got to think about my core and my glutes. Last 3, 2, last 1. Okay, shake it out. Before we do that, on the other side, upper body on its own. You can stand tall, plie squat, straight legs, whatever you want to do. I'll plie squat, kind of my default. Arms extend out. Our favorite, arm circles. Today, I'll demo without weights. We'll circle forward, and then we'll immediately circle back. When you get to lateral, stay here, we'll hold it here. Then we come up an inch, center, down an inch, center. Up an inch, down an inch. And we'll do that 8 times, and then pulse it out. So you know what to prepare for. Here we go, arms out wide, little circles forward. So you're circling forward and you're actually moving your arms forward in space. Stop your arms at your chest, reverse your circle. Start to walk those arms back, finding that T shape eventually. Stay here a couple more back circles, and then lift the arms an inch, center, lower the arms an inch, center, for 7. And the trick is, can you move your arms at the same time, at the same height? Harder than it looks. A lot of tension in that gravity. 3 more. You got this. 2 more. Last one. And then hold it center, little pushes up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, let that go. We'll come into that balance work on the other side. Elbows bent by the sides, weights at the chest. We're lifting the left foot off the ground to push it out and lift up, coming into that hover. So nice tight ball, again, all core, all standing leg. Here we go, push straight up and out, come back in. If you need to tap like I just did, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. We're just trying here. And you may notice that one side is easier than the other. For me, this is my harder side. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that leg up, little lifts up, 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 up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left foot down. Bring the right hand in front of the left leg. Left hand is behind it. Swing both arms out. Find a balance and releve, and then come back to start. We've got 7. Push into the balls of the feet. Squeeze the glutes. See if you can find a moment of balance at the top. We had a core request, and some of this movement doesn't seem like traditional core work, but it is getting at that core. Last one. Awesome. And let those hands go. Shake it out, stretch it out, hydrate. All right. We'll come back into that mini loop band. Sometimes I call it their band. And again, if you don't have one at home, don't fret. It's totally fine to not have one. We're going to come to the mat. Whatever you're deeming as the top of your mat, We'll find a squat, a bent over kind of row position squat. No weights, hands can be at the hips or forward or just dangling down, whatever you want. We're going to step one foot back, the other foot back. One foot back, the other foot back. When you hit the back of your mat, we're going to come down, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then those same kind of slow-mo crawls forward. At the top, we'll take straight leg calf raises for 5. So when you go back, it's the pulsing squat. When you come forward, it's the calf raise. We'll have a minute with this. Pick your speed. Don't need to match my speed at all. Here we go. And if you want to make this more cardio, all you have to do is move faster. If you want to make this more about focus and big movement, you slow it down. Always core tight, always focused eyes, so that you don't feel like you're toppling over or out of control in what you're doing. 30 seconds on the clock. Sit low in your walks forward and back. Sit low in your pulsing squats. If you're looking for ways to get steps in, things like this are great. Pacing movements are great when you're stuck inside. Time-wise, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, lift it up. Grab it onto that bar. Again, you can start on either side. I'm choosing to work my left leg first. You can choose to work whatever leg you want. This bar is just giving us a little bit of stability. Inside leg stays tall and long. Outside leg pushes against the band, swims behind us, squeeze the butt, back to center, swims forward, back to center. Okay? We have 30 seconds. I want you to feel tension against the band the whole time. Whether your foot is flexed or pointed, up to you. Okay? Stand tall, get the feet wide, lift that leg laterally, and here we go. Back, center, front, center. Hips stay square. You're using your range of motion that you can get with this really tough enemy of the band or friend. Maybe this is a friend giving you tough love. Standing legs super duper tall, really long. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead, switch to the other side. Simple movement, but should feel challenging because of the resistance of the band and because you're really keeping your hips nice and square. You're not letting your hips open and close with the movement of your leg. 30 seconds on the clock. Lift the leg laterally. Here you go. And the more you can push out, even as you move forward and back, the more tension you'll feel, the more work you'll feel being done. Making sure that you're breathing, always breathing. Whew. Feeling that burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last thing we'll do with this band coming off of the bar, cardio. We'll come out, toes are forward, we'll come out to a wide squat, drop the hips, 3, 2, 1, in and out, drop 3, 2, 1, in and out. If you're not jumping, in and out as fast as you can step your feet. 30 seconds, here we go. 1, 2, 3, tap, tap. So you get into this nice little rhythm. I've seen a lot of hopscotch around my neighborhood lately. I don't know about you, but it's inspired me a little bit. Finding that sense of play, dropping into that squat, not letting your toes turn out, not letting your belly soften up in this move. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let go of that band. Take a moment, figure 4, holding the inside hand of your object, your counter, your chair. Outside foot drapes over the standing leg, sitting the hips back. When you're ready to come out of this stretch, mobilize that leg. Kick it forward and back. Circle it around. Just watch your surroundings. And then switch on over to the other side. Figure four. Hips go back. Hinging. Opening out through that working hip, knee. And then lifting it up. Finding those swings. Finding those circles. All right. Grab a quick sip of water, and in the last 7-ish minutes, we're going to do some more core work. Since I know someone said core, it was either Stephanie or Heather. You're going to get your wish. All right. Coming onto the mat. Optional to use the weights for some or all listeners. Coming into a sit-up, arms could be forward. Hands together apart or at the chest, or you could choose not to use weights. Up to you. I'm going to keep my hands at my chest, but know that forward arms would make this a little harder. We're going to lay back, keeping the shoulders and head off the mat, and then exhale, sit up. Okay, we've got 10 of these. So you're not coming all the way onto your back. You're keeping your shoulders and head off the mat in kind of crunch shape, and then you're coming into that full sit up. Okay, starting the full sit up. Belly, ribs in. Here we go. Low back down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. If you're keeping your weights at your chest, really try to keep your weights at your chest. Better than I'm doing. Using that exhale breath to sit up. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, hold it up, spine is long. Take your right hand out to the left, pull it back in. Again, out to the left, pull it back in. If you want this to be harder, feet off the ground, but hips don't move. Legs don't move. You're twisting from that mid-back, from those ribs. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, the feet are up, bring them down. Arms out, palms down. You're going to lower your arms down and then up by the ears. Down slightly below the chest, lift it up by the ears. Your spine is long. If this doesn't work well for you, sit up completely vertically instead of leaning back. You're working those lats. They're moving down the back. 3 more. Again. Harder if you're leaned back here at that angle. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the weights to the chest. Sit back. You're taking that little twist and punch. Left turn to the right. Pull it back in. Twist it to the right. Pull it back in. Again, those of you looking for challenge tonight, feet up, but hips stable. Maybe your legs are even straight when you do this. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, sit all the way up. You can release the weights unless you want to use them as a steadier. Last thing, hip flexors from a seat. I like to tent my fingers because it gives me a little more pressure down so that I can, lift my legs up. We'll start with the right leg, feet are flexed or pointed. Right leg will lift up and come down. I'm not moving my torso at all. I'm not rounding my shoulders. So that's why we have the fingers down to help and assist with that. 10 times on the right, 10 times on the left. Again, sneaky core work, definitely psoas work. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Make it harder, no hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left, 10. 9, get taller, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've been flexing your feet, point them. If you've been pointing your feet, flex them. Now we're going to try to lift both legs without leaning back. Again, hard. If they only come half an inch off the ground, that's fine. Try your best. We're going to hold for 5 seconds, relax. Hold for 5 seconds, relax. We'll do that a couple of times. Sitting up tall, here we go. Both legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You move your hands forward, it's easier. Lift your legs, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, lay all the way down. Stretch your fingers back, stretch your toes forward. And then we'll open out into those hip flexors, bend the knees, like we were gonna do a bridge, but we're not. Drop both knees over to the left. This right back leg, if you're not feeling a stretch in the front of that right hip, wiggle the right foot back, almost off of your mat, and then you can wiggle it up towards the right armpit. Eventually you'll feel a really nice stretch in this stag shape. And just start to really slow the breath, deepen the breath. And then come back to center on your spine, wiggle the feet, we go the other way. Knees go to the right, feet to the left. Now it's the left leg that we're trying to stretch. So if you're not feeling anything, wiggle the foot back, and then wiggle it up towards the shoulder, towards the armpit. Stop when you feel a stretch, and then see if you can soften a little bit. Letting the bones get heavier. And then coming onto your back, bring the knees into the chest, lift your head and shoulders, and we'll rock ourselves forward and back. Coming into a stand, you may want to forward fold first and let your body roll up, or you may want to come straight to stand. And we'll end with our usual 2 breaths. Bend the knees, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the arms down. One more time, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the arms down.